So for my first project, I'm going to be using two Bath & Body Works candles that I cleaned out. You're also going to need some Mod Podge and a paintbrush, and I'm choosing to decorate it in some glitter. I went with the white glitter because I thought it was really pretty and I wanted something super sparkly. So I'm using some tape just to tape off sections of the candle that I don't want the glitter on, and I'm basically just going to paint it in two sections, sprinkle the glitter on, and then do the next two sections. I didn't paint the whole entire jar and then sprinkle the glitter because I didn't want the Mod Podge drying where I first applied it before I actually got the glitter to that area. So these candle jars are actually really good to use to store things in, and I'm not using the lids for mine, but if you wanted to use the lid, you could definitely put a little nozzle from Home Depot and actually have it close up, but I don't need it to close up for what I want to use it for in my bathroom. And then I'm just pouring my glitter back into my container. So while those dry, I go on to my wine bottles. I'm going to be using this sea glass spray paint that I've had on hand, and I absolutely love this color. I think it's just, well, I've already decorated my bathroom with this color. We have kind of like a beach theme, and I just love this color. I wanted a new way to utilize some wine bottles and not just do the typical kind of decorations in my living room, so to speak, that I've seen on Pinterest. So for this, I was like, I'm gonna use some scrapbook paper. So I spray these with the sea glass spray paint, and I let them dry outside overnight. So once the bottles were completely dry, it was time for the fun part, and that is decorating them. So I had this twine on hand for so long, and this scrapbook paper that I wanted to use. This is what the scrapbook paper looked like prior to me cutting it up. So what I wanted to do was take the twine and just wrap it around the top and the bottom of the wine bottles. So you don't have to put a lot of glue. I use my hot glue gun. I just wrapped it a few times, placed a little bit of glue. You see my daughter down there. Wrapped it a few times, placed another little bit of glue, and then wrapped it some more. But you really didn't need, I really didn't need a lot because the twine wasn't very thick. And then I found it very easy just to rotate the bottle over and over and over as I wind the twine around it, and then I would glue it. So once I was done with the top, I did the same thing to the bottom of the wine bottle. So once I was done putting the twine around the bottom of the bottle, I'm now going to be putting my sign, Live the Life You Love, on with some Mod Podge. And Mod Podge actually sticks really well to a lot of things. So I'm sticking the scrapbook paper on the front of the wine bottle, and I'm going to do about 2 or 3 more rows of the twine so it covers the bottom of my sign. And I also took twine and placed it around my actual sign. I did the same thing for my second bottle, but the camera actually turned off, so I don't have that. But here's the final result, and I absolutely love how both of the first two projects turned out. The candles I'm using just to hold little things in my bathroom like cotton balls, makeup brush, some chapstick. But my favorite of all, I really love how my wine bottles turned out. They're beach themed, relaxing, they're colorful, and they match my bathroom perfect. So jumping into my next upcycled project, I'm going to be reusing a salsa jar. So I have soaked off the label, and now I'm just Mod Podging it. Now, as you might be able to see in this video, I had some dots. I thought I was going to do some glitter dots. I didn't like it, so I ended up just Mod Podging over the entire jar and glittering it all blue. I did do 2 coats to give it a nice solid color. So once it sat out to dry, I decided to add a little something extra to it, and I added some nautical rope that I actually bought at the dollar store recently. Love this stuff. I feel like I could decorate everything in my house with it. But I know it's a crazy mixture, but it worked out perfectly. I thought it was super cute for my paintbrushes. I've been just throwing them in the drawer recently, and this is definitely a perfect place for them to sit out to dry, and I think it actually looks pretty cute. So for this upcycle, I am actually reusing an Airwick scented oil. So I'm using my stitch ripper here just to help me push that plastic piece up because it actually is fairly tight. So you want to get something pretty thin to help you remove it. I'm going to be using some Purex crystals and some warm water. You really don't even need a full 1/4 cup because I actually measured it, but I didn't even use all of it. And I'm putting it in some warm water and letting it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure the crystals are completely dissolved. Now, I've seen so many ways to do this on Pinterest, but unfortunately I didn't have Fabulosos, and that's what I really wanted to try. So I decided to just try using Purex crystals in warm water and seeing how it worked out. So I am using my funnel just to help me get it all in there. I put it back together, stuck it in my bathroom, went to bed, and the next morning it smelled amazing, so I had to share it in this video because it actually worked. Nothing fancy going on here. I just have a empty baby wipe container, and I didn't decorate it. I didn't do anything to it. I literally just threw these markers in there because my girls have a ton of them and I'm tired of just seeing them thrown in this drawer. So I threw them all in this baby wipe container, but I decided to share this with you guys because I thought maybe think twice before throwing it out next time. I use these for a number of things. In the girls' bathrooms, I put hair bows in them. In my bathroom, I have nail polish in them. So they're definitely great for storage. Your kids can decorate them if they want to, but I leave them as is. They're just great for storing items in them. Upcycle, I'm going to be using an empty Kleenex box. Now, I just want to use this as a scrap container in my craft area. So when I'm working on different paper crafts or sewing or just doing little things, and there's certain little pieces, even when I'm making Taylor's bows, and I don't want to throw those little scrap pieces away, I'm gonna toss them right in here. But of course, I want to make it look a little cuter, so I'm gonna be using some nautical rope that I found at the dollar store. And some of this is 1.5 because it came from another project as well. And I like the look of this nautical rope. So I feel like I could honestly, I know I said this earlier, but I feel like I could decorate anything with it. So I'm really just going to hot glue it all around here and make a cute little container with it. And I think I'm gonna cut off the top here because I don't think I really need this.